WCBI News at 6 starts now.
Good evening, everyone. A Prentiss County man will spend nearly 20 years in prison for child pornography. 28-year-old Jordan Bridges pled guilty to 1 count of child production of child pornography in federal court. He will also be on probation for life. Federal prosecutors say in November 2018, the Prentiss County Sheriff's Department received a report about a possible child molestation and child pornography investigation. Investigators believe Bridges had been sexually assaulting and photographing a minor to produce sexually explicit images. The FBI's Child Exploitation and Human Trafficking Task Force, based in Jackson, assisted in that case. A Vardaman man is arrested on child sex crimes. Melvin Lee Cardwell is charged with 2 counts of possession of child pornography and 1 count of sexual battery. Cardwell was arrested this week by the Attorney General's Cyber Crime Unit. The unit was alerted to potential suspicious online activity. Investigators seized several electronic devices allegedly belonging to Cardwell. He was booked into the Calhoun County Jail and given a $40,000 bond. The case will be prosecuted by the State Attorney General's office. Investigators now know how a Brooksville woman whose home burned died. Noxubee County Coroner R.L. Calhoun says 82-year-old Carrie Key died from smoke inhalation. The fire happened at her Scott Street home back on August 23rd in Brooksville. Key's son, who was her caretaker, was not injured in the blaze. Calhoun says the deadly fire was ruled accidental. A reported stabbing in Columbus sends 1 man to the hospital. Columbus police tell us the wound was self-inflicted and more of a laceration. It happened this afternoon on Washington Avenue. Columbus police and Columbus Fire and Rescue responded to the scene, and the man was treated and taken to Baptist Golden Triangle. More information today on a serious crash involving 2 Mississippi State football players. The accident happened on Highway 25 in Oktibbeha County on Tuesday evening. State troopers say an 18-wheeler driven by 51-year-old Mark Allen Mace of Summerall was turning into a private drive when it was hit from behind by a Nissan Altima. Player 19-year-old Javius Alexander O'Neill Purvis was driving that car. UMMC says he is in fair condition tonight. Also in the car was football player DeMonte Russell and 18-year-old Xavier Taylor of Brandon. Taylor is listed in critical condition at UMMC. He is not on the football team. MSU says Russell was treated and released from the hospital. Mace was not injured. MHP continues to investigate that crash. In other news, Mississippi's Lieutenant Governor-elect is pledging to look for state funds to help Guntown tornado victims. Delbert Hoseman toured some of the hardest hit areas and visited with homeowners today in the northern Lee County town. Hoseman says he will report back to the governor and governor-elect to help speed up the relief efforts.
We came up on behalf of Governor Bryant and Governor-elect Reeves to look at this, and MEMA will report back. We'll meet with them later on this afternoon about the amount of damages. And then also there's always expenses that are involved with this. You know, the state doesn't pay for personal expenses, but on occasion they can help cities and whatnot with the cleanup. So we're trying to get a handle on how much damages were made and make sure everybody's getting served here, which they are.
Hoseman says the damage may not meet the requirements for federal disaster assistance.
It is clear it is getting cool out there. Jackets needed this evening, I should say. Temperatures into the mid-30s in most spots. Tupelo still holding out at 40, but most of us already cooling down into the 30s. So it's going to be a chilly evening, chilly night. Here's a satellite perspective. We have no cloud cover whatsoever across our region, and that will allow temperatures to continue cooling through the 30s down into the 20s tonight. By late this evening, low 30s or even upper 20s. But clear all night long. The wind is light. It stays light. Here's an outlook for tomorrow, upper 40s to around 50 or 51. Tons of sunshine again. Don't get used to it. There is some rain in the forecast for the weekend. More on that coming up.
In the past 50 years, styles and trends have changed, but one thing has remained the same. The Jewel Shop has been an anchor in downtown Louisville. This past November, owners Mary and Johnny Snow announced they'd be closing the store for good.
We have a grandbaby out in California. We've not seen it, and we need to see her. Just, you know, it's time. you know.
Yeah, it's just time to slow down a little bit and smell the roses, as they say.
The shop was originally opened by Johnny's mother, Jewel Snow, in 1961. We are 1 week away from Christmas, but that doesn't mean everyone is prepared. In fact, many people are still shopping for gifts. Yours truly. Our Stephanie Poole finds out how local stores are attracting customers. She's live in the studio with that story. Stephanie?
Yes, Joey, the holiday season can be a critical time for small businesses too. From November to December, those stores depend on extra revenue to help keep their businesses afloat during the new year. In the final days leading up to Christmas, you can find Brenda Wiseman in downtown Winona buying holiday gifts for her friends and family.
I try to shop in every store every year.
Special Treasures is one store on her Christmas list.
It's convenient for me to shop local. I don't like to travel out of town and buy things that are essentially, maybe $1 or $2 less somewhere else. But I think prices in town, the shops in town, try to keep them where people can purchase things.
Owner Patricia Wyndham says with the recent loss of 2 large retailers, her store now shoulders a bigger responsibility for the town's Christmas shopping.
It is really convenient for stores like us. Well, we don't have a Walmart, we don't have a Fred's, we don't have anything local. So for people who don't want to go out of town, we do carry a large selection of things for those last minute gifts, so it's convenient for a lot of people.
Wyndham says the holiday season can be a make or break time for her business. That's why she also relies on surrounding cities like Greenwood and Carrollton for some of her holiday traffic.
We do depend on that to carry us through on those slow months. So, it's very important for us, for people to shop local or come to our store to shop for whatever they need.
To encourage them to do that, she stocks up on items you can find from other major suppliers.
With a lot of the online shopping nowadays, so that's why we always try and keep things trendy, we keep things new and refreshed for the store. That way it does bring more clients in, so they want to shop here.
If we don't support our town, the town will die. Already there are not a lot of young people that stay in town, and we want to keep Winona alive.
And if you're still on the hunt for a special gift, many locally owned stores offer discounts and free gift wrapping.
Well, like we say, just a few days away from Christmas, and North Mississippi is starting to look like the North Pole. We'll see how some of Santa's local elves are pitching in when we come back. We have breaking news out of Oktibbeha County where a plane has crashed. EMA Director Kristen Campanella confirms the plane crashed in the 1700 block of Old Highway 25. Now, Fire Services Director Kirk Rosenhan says one person has minor injuries. We have a crew heading to the scene, and we'll bring you the very latest tonight here on WCBI News at 9 and 10. In other news today, with Christmas just 7 days out, one group is closing ranks to make sure every child gets a gift this holiday season. The Marine Corps League Toys for Tots program is joining forces with Fort County Electric Power Association to deliver toys to kids in the area. The toys collected through Fort County will be handed out next week. Both groups say this is a way to give back this holiday season.
I think it's great for the kids. It gives them a chance to get something they may not otherwise receive. It gives them a chance to have something good for Christmas, and I think that's something we all want.
These toys will go to individuals in the area, children in the area, and these are toys that are collected from employees and members of Fort County Electric Power Association. We've been doing this about 10 years now, and it's something we really look forward to every year.
The Marine Corps says more than 1,500 children will receive gifts through the Toys for Tots program. Carter's Funeral Services in Macon is spreading some holiday cheer to the community it serves. Dozens enjoyed a holiday feast with all the trimmings at the Noxubee County Civic Center. A funeral home director, Jonathan West, says the lunch is in honor of his late mother, who believed in giving back to the community.
And we take this time to give back to our community, to let them know that we're thinking about them through the holidays, and mainly our senior citizens. A lot of them are by themselves during this holiday, so we let them know that they're not by themselves, that we here want to celebrate the holiday with them for a couple of hours during the season.
Carter's Funeral Services has been hosting the holiday luncheon in Macon for more than 5 years. In Tupelo, volunteers spent the day arranging gifts for the Salvation Army's Angel Tree Christmas program. For several weeks, people have selected names and wish lists from the Angel Tree. Gifts were bought and now are sorted and ready to be given away. The annual program makes a big difference in the lives of kids and their families.
The enormity of what this Angel Tree program does is to be able to, for just 1 minute, for one day, be able to put everything, all the worries, all the cares, all the difficulties aside and be able to celebrate gift giving and the true meaning for the season, sharing that joy together, hope, love, peace, all in that moment for every person.
The distribution will be Thursday morning at the Tupelo Furniture Market. And Keith, it's starting to feel like Christmas around here. Kind of cool, sunny.
I got my big puffy winter coat over there.
You do. And you know, when a guy from Michigan brings out the big puffy winter coat,
I keep saying this though, I'm Mississippi-fied now. You know, I just can't handle the cold. So this is chilly now.
I understand.
But you know, we've got some holidays changing up here. The holiday season's here. Winter's actually coming here Saturday evening at 10:19. So swap on over officially in the winter, although we've had some winter-like chill already. The full forecast.
WCBI First Alert AccuWeather Forecast with Chief Meteorologist Keith Gibson.
We are officially 1 week until Christmas, and it looks like we will have no snow here in the Deep South. Mostly sunny to partly cloudy here, Christmas Eve, Christmas Day in the 60s. So there you have it. We are looking at some great weather as we get into next week. More sun, too. Today, lots of sunshine. Columbus, Tupelo, Vernon at Durham's Pharmacy, Louisville, Mississippi. Basically wall-to-wall sunshine all day long. We were enjoying it. And we'll have another great day tomorrow with all that sunshine, too. Mid-30s to around 40 degrees current temperatures across our region. The wind is dying down. We are clear. The air is dry, and that means temperatures down into the 20s tonight. About 25, 26, maybe 24. Here's our planner for tomorrow. Jackets needed in the morning, maybe a frosty start. So you may want to start your car early or be prepared to scrape a little frost off the windows if we do see it tonight. As we get into tomorrow by noon, 46, 51 at 3 o'clock or so. So upper 40s to around 50, much like today, a sunny, cool day for us. But it's very stable, no weather worries here with light variable wind at about 3 to 6 miles per hour here in North Mississippi and for you in the West Alabama. Rain chances Saturday and Sunday. 30 to 40 to 50% here for the weekend, and we will keep adjusting that. There's a system out here across California moving through San Francisco right now, and we have a decent chance for some showers. Now, there's two different model solutions here. The American model takes the heaviest rain just to our south, although the latest version is actually trended back to the north. So it looks like the European model, which has been trending farther north anyway and giving us some heavy rain, is likely going to verify here. And earlier today, that European model was actually cranking out 1 to 3 inches of rain in our region for this weekend. So it could end up being a very wet weekend, especially late Saturday into Sunday. So just keep with us here. We'll keep you updated. High pressure for tomorrow, lots of sunshine. Here comes the system. Starting to get organized Friday. We'll see some clouds, but we stay dry. And as that thing organizes and moves to the northeast, the back edge of that's going to get back in here as we get into the weekend. So as I mentioned, this may not be the best weekend for last-second holiday shopping, but no severe weather is coming our way. Just some wet weather if we do get it. Temperatures should likely stay in the 50s through the weekend, back into the low to mid-60s next week. And Joey, we've got the flossing Santa there for Wednesday. He's loving this great weather here in the Deep South. Getting out of the North Pole.
Santa's got some moves.
He does. Huh? I actually have a dancing Christmas tree, too. You may see that coming up later as well.
Change some things up. Okay.
Hey, why not?
All right, thanks, Keith. Well, some area athletes make their biggest decision yet. More from early signing day next in sports.
WCBI Sports with Tom Ebel is brought to you by your local Ford dealers. Go further.
In my football career at Auburn University.
Some of the area's top talent getting a head start to their football careers on early National Signing Day. Oxford four-star tight end J.J. Pegues officially chooses Auburn over Ole Miss and Alabama. While it came down to 3 SEC programs, Pegues says War Eagle was the front runner for some time.
Coach Malzahn called me yesterday, and he was just telling me like the same thing. Like he never switched nothing up, and you know I just felt so comfortable there, and I knew they was going to leave for a while. It's just that, the other schools that wanted me to play, I wanted for sure like where they wanted me to play. And Ole Miss bringing a new coach in, so they really just moved that out the way.
McGee says the Tigers plan to continue using him in the same fashion he was at Oxford. So one of the area's most coveted recruits heads to the Plains, but early signing day was just getting started. Talent from all over our area signing to play in the SEC, keeping their word on the recruiting trail. Houston Hilltop offensive lineman Calvin McMillan stays true to his commitment, signing with Mississippi State. The three-star lineman says he grew up a Bulldog fan, and staying in the maroon and white is a dream come true.
Today means a lot. I get to sign with my family. I actually been wanting to be a Bulldog ever since I was a little one. And I'm just happy that I finally get the chance to sign with my dream team.
A pair of Heritage Academy Patriots signed to join D1 programs. The state's top offensive lineman, Eli Acker, keeps his commitment with Ole Miss. And wide receiver Jared Long signs with Central Arkansas. Acker says his meeting with new head coach Lane Kiffin sealed his decision. And for Long, he's been thinking of this day for quite some time.
This past weekend, I got to sit down with Coach Kiffin and Coach Clements and Coach Levy, the new offensive coordinator and O-line coach, and they just had a great message, of what the future is going to be like, and it was good. I really liked it.
It's a dream come true. I've been wanting to play college football since I was a kid, ever since I could run or walk and crawl. I remember I used to come home from school, fresh off the bus, throw my book back down and go and play football, grab a football, just be running up and down the field until nighttime. So to fast forward here in my senior year, be signing with the D1 college, it's amazing.
The talented former West Point and EMCC pair Jason Brownlee and Terrence Cherry make it official. They're heading to Hattiesburg. The pair signing with Southern Miss. Brownlee and Cherry say they're ready to showcase their abilities on the Division I level.
It's a better opportunity for me to go down there, ball out my 2 seasons, because I only got 2 years left for playing, and I feel like they got the best quarterback in the conference that can get me the ball.
They make me feel comfortable there, close to home, I feel the atmosphere. I love the atmosphere of this, the love they show me, stuff like that, and I feel like it's a good place for me to be. Southern Miss to the top.
Pickens County star Jamarian Latham signs to join the Alabama Crimson Tide. The 4-star defensive tackle had 27 tackles for loss and 8 sacks in 2019. He's the 10th best recruit in the state, leading Pickens County to the state semifinal. Latham choosing the Crimson Tide over Ole Miss, South Carolina, and Tennessee. Continue their football careers. Isaiah Kareem signs D1 with Texas State. Kenneth Martin signs to join Mississippi Valley State. And Patrick Jackson will continue his football career with Jacksonville State. Kareem and Jackson spending the past 2 seasons with Mississippi Delta, and Martin with the ICC Indians. A major early signing day for the WCBI viewing area. I'm going to preface this with, if we left anyone out, I apologize, but we just had so many guys signing to D1 in college football today. Dalen Gill signed with Ole Miss. We'll have more from him coming up at 10. They have a signing ceremony at 7 o'clock. We'll have more from him, and Lakevius Daniel, talented guy out of Jones, Louisville guy as well, will make his decision to D1 football tonight as well. But more guys. Natrone Brooks from Starkville signs with Southern Miss. Quentin Wilfon of Oxford to South Alabama. Cameron Orr. Antarius Gray, Noxubee County. A couple Noxubee County guys. Antarius Gray, Terry Joyner, and Rashad Eads. North Texas, Jackson State, North Alabama for those guys. Another pair of Louisville Wildcats, Purvis Frazier to Southeast Missouri, Jacob Cunningham to Jackson State, and keeping this rolling just a little bit more. Some more guys. Haram Wadlington to Mississippi Valley State, LaWilliam Holmes to Southeast Missouri, as well as Isaiah Hunt from Choctaw County, Southeast Missouri as well, and Starkville's Jalen Ware to Temple. Our End Zone Awards for the 2019 season continues with our Coach of the Year. All of our candidates made history this year, but only one led an accomplishment less than a handful can say they've ever done. Our Coach of the Year for 2019 is West Point head coach Chris Chambliss. Chambliss leading West Point to its 4th straight championship, a feat only accomplished by programs like Bassfield and South Panola. That's it, the 3, West Point, Bassfield, South Panola. The Green Wave defeating undefeated Picayune in the 5A title to finish the season 15-1. Chambliss collecting his 6th state championship as head coach of the Green Wave. Hard not to pick that one.
He's done some amazing things in West Point, no doubt. And seeing all these signings, it reminds you why we always have good football on the end zone on Friday nights, because we have a bunch of good players in the area.
I've been saying it's the best high school football in America. Hands down.
Hands down. All right, thanks, Tom. We'll be right back.
Tomorrow, a carbon copy of today. Clouds increase Friday, showers or some rain possible this weekend. It could actually turn into a wet weekend, so just plan on some rain. We'll keep you updated. But by Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, nice weather returns.
We'll see how finicky Mother Nature is this weekend, huh?
That's right. So if you postpone shopping, well, you may have to get out there in the wet weather.
That dancing Santa kind of makes me, that's the way I feel about next week.
That's right.
Have a good night, everybody.